What do you think of Rishi Sunak as Prime Minister? Because you never supported him. He's not your kind of Tory. So is he mismanaging this whole situation?
No. I think, let me put it like this. Stopping the boats is necessary, but it's not sufficient. Where are we? Some people think there could be a general election on the 2nd of May to coincide with the local elections.
Do you think that?
Well, my instinct is, partly for economic reasons, it's going to be the autumn. But it could be. Let's just assume for a moment it's the 2nd of May, right? In which case, even if you have a relatively short campaign, Parliament would have to be dissolved, which is the starting gun for the general election, in mid-April. Today is the 17th of December, so we're less than 4 months from the beginning of a general election campaign in that scenario. We've been 20 points behind consistently in the poll of polls for longer than that. John Curtis, the BBC's, electoral guru, said if things stay as they are, we could be reduced to 130 seats. That's where we are, and there's no point pretending that we're not. So I would say that, whether you're in the ERG or the TRG, across the Conservative Party, it is time to wake up and smell the coffee. Because if things remain as they are, we are heading for a defeat. We don't want to lose. We don't want a Labour government. So we're all going to have to work together to do something about it. What should that something be? We have a number of good policies, but they're atomised. I think what's missing, and some of your colleagues in the media have pointed this out, you've pointed this out, there's no overall compelling narrative, as you would say.
Right.
There's no overall
give me a narrative that you would like the Prime Minister to spout.
Well, let me just finish the point, and then, what we need is an overall story, a song to sing, if you like, that we can take out on the doorstep.
All right, so what are the lyrics of this song, Mark?
Well, I'd give you one example, personally, rather than write the manifesto sitting here in your studio. I'm very keen that we make a commitment to abolish inheritance tax. I think that is aspirational.
Okay, so give me policies. Abolish inheritance tax, bring tax down.
Well, I mean, that would be one example, I think, of how we can spend the money. Yes. I personally think that there's more that we could do on defence. I think defence will be quite a big issue in the general election, actually, not least what's going on.
But then people listening and watching this will think, well, if you don't have confidence in the Prime Minister, why on earth should they?
No, I didn't say that. But what I said...
you seem to feel... You seem to be suggesting he's not doing a very good job.
No, look, I think Rishi Sunak will lead us into the general election, right? Let's be clear about that.
Well, he won't lead you out of the general election, though, will he? Well, I mean, wouldn't you prefer Suella to be Prime Minister?
I have a great deal of respect for Suella Braverman, but I think Rishi Sunak will lead us into the election, Camilla. But what I'm saying is, I don't think we need to change the leader, but we do need to change the strategy, because we're consistently 20 points down, and there's no point...
Are you worried about Nigel?